doing something different. We're doing a reaction video. We've never done one before, have we?
No.
Yeah, so we're reacting to... Who wants to tell them what we're reacting to?
I'll say.
Okay.
We are reacting to Living with S's interview. Yeah, basically. And this is the first interview, so it's Tasha and Steph. They went first. So,
This is our second TV.
Yeah, this is our second.
When was it?
2019? March, yeah, it was March 2019. And remember it so perfectly, yeah. Let's start.
Welcome back, everybody. We've been talking about body positivity, and my next two guests founded Uchi, which is doing exactly that, trying to rally women together to make sure that the conversations they're having around just feeling good about yourself. I've got Natasha Mweni and Stephanie Mwendwa. Welcome, ladies.
Thank you.
So let's start from the very beginning. I'd love for you guys to tell me what your relationship with your body was, even from childhood. Was there ever any kind of disconnect, or were you just like, yeah, fine, coasting through life?
I look so young.
In childhood, I think I never was conscious about my body.
Okay.
Or at least I wasn't conscious about taking care of my body. So I would eat and play, and I felt normal. I felt like I was doing everything everyone else was doing.
Right.
But for some reason, there was a different strain that I experienced, especially when I couldn't do some activities, or when I couldn't find clothes that fit me for my age, or when I couldn't join my friends on a swing because it wasn't wide enough. So that's when my body became something. I became conscious of my body at a very young age because of those little things I couldn't do that everyone else could do.
Yeah. Do you remember like how old?
I've always been big, so I think even when I was 8, I was struggling with my weight.
Yeah, feeling conscious about it.
I remember feeling very conscious about my body. Yeah.
Okay. And what about you, Steph?
I'd say my relationship with my body has been horrible ever since I was young, and especially as a teenager. It's, as a teenager you already had enough. You had on yourself enough, yeah. So imagine now when you're bigger than all your friends, when you're going out with your friends and they look 14 but you look 20, or at least you feel so in your head.
Right.
So I'd say my relationship wasn't so good, but over time, I've learned to improve.
Yeah.
And I've learned that you only have one body, so you might as well love it when you're...
Yeah. So when did that shift start? That shift from being so self-conscious to really accepting and starting to love on yourself?
Probably after I joined campus.
Okay.
My first year in campus was very... I think that's when I was hardest on myself, because you've just joined university. It's a totally different life, and you're seeing all these people who they don't look like you, or they look in your head they look better than you do.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was really bad. But with time, as I progressed towards my second and my third year, I started following more people who look like me on Instagram. Like there's a whole variety. They're very many. I can't even start mentioning them, but seeing these guys who look just like me, it made me feel like, wow, you're not alone, and that they're still glamorous. Glamour doesn't come in one body size.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And what about you?
For me, I think it was, I can't genuinely say that there was a time where I really, really hated my body. All I can say is I felt really uncomfortable, and it wasn't because of me, it was about the people around me.
So they used to make you uncomfortable?
People would make you uncomfortable because they'd tell you things, and they'd be saying things to you, and they'd be insulting you, not just saying...
Like your friends or like strangers?
I mean, even your friends would say some things without realizing they're being rude, or they're really affecting you. Because I mean, even sometimes they wouldn't do it intentionally. Sometimes you'd be dressing up, you're going somewhere and you're looking for something to wear, and nothing fits you because everyone else is a million sizes smaller.
Yeah.
So when I said being conscious, or at least intentional with loving my body, was when right before we started Uchi.
Yeah.
Which was the name of our brand before.
I'm just looking at myself and I'm like, wow. I don't know, it feels like, that you always ask this question for what would you tell younger you? Like now I'm watching younger me and I'm like, wow, girl, like...
You are doing great.
No, but also, like from that point, I can see how I'm the same person, but then I'm not,
Yeah. Yeah. You honestly, I find you guys so articulate.
I was so pregnant. I must have been feeling so stuffed. Like,
yeah, you're so cute.
Spoke to my mom about so many things, and she would constantly remind me that, okay, listen, you're going to be in high school for a few years, and you're going to go out to the real world, and everyone else looks different. Like, it doesn't matter that you're a 15-year-old that's this huge, or if you're a 20-year-old who's that huge, like, it's still normal. Like, no one cares that much. So she'd really talk to me a lot, and I guess maybe that's what would give me a bit of more confidence than everyone else.
Yeah.
So for me, when I started Uchi with the rest of us, and we'd speak about it, and I realized, okay, everyone's going through these problems, and not just big people, but even like petite ladies, smaller ladies are also going through issues with their bodies. So for me, when I realized it's not just my problem, and it's not just people trying to make fun of me, then I started realizing that, okay, cool, I can take care of my body. It's not that serious. I can go to the gym. Oh, wow, I can go to the gym and lose weight. Oh, I can eat better and feel better when I walk, or like, so those little, I started taking care of myself, and then the transition sort of happened.
And I love that for both of your stories. I think the change, the shift started when you found a community.
Honestly, to be honest, I feel like that's the same thing you'd say even now. If you are being interviewed. Yeah, so it's commendable to think that this was 2 years ago.
It's
Whether
actually
it's online
good
or with each other, like the friends, or if it's your mom. And I think that's when sometimes it just can be so isolating when you just think, I am the only one who has this, or whose breasts are here, who has cellulite, or who's doing this with, you know? But when you start to see yourselves in others, and I think it's just so comforting. So tell me about what was once Uchi, but is now Uke, the community that you started. Can you tell me about that?
So we started
She's
Uchi
so
2 years ago. Was it 2 years?
so
Yeah, I think 2 years ago.
Okay.
It started off as a joke. And like just a general conversation.
Before we started.
Yeah, it was just, we were like,
it was the two of you.
The first meeting was the two of us, then we joined. The next meeting was everyone else.
Yeah.
So we pretty much started with everyone.
So when you then came together, what was the gist of things? What were you trying to do to achieve the first time you came?
what you were mainly trying to achieve is
I was
just
so happy
to
about
show
these pictures. Like, I would wake up
wanted
every morning and
people
like,
to go online, and
scroll
instead
and
of
look
seeing
at them,
pictures
like,
of all these
look
people
at
with
us.
perfect bodies and plastic surgery and all that, you can see someone who they're just like you can relate.
Yeah.
You can.
Especially the plus size.
Yeah, especially the
Because
plus
we
size
started off
ladies.
as a plus size platform.
Yeah.
Then with time is when we realized, okay, if we lock it out, then I mean, we'd rather have everyone else, because everyone else is going through the journey together. But we particularly want plus size ladies in the community, so that everyone else who's felt underrepresented before can see themselves.
Right.
And
okay, so
it's also from a realization that there is a lack of self-love in our relations with ourselves, and not only like for plus size women, but basically just for women. Women can be so
hard on
you can be so
themselves.
hard on yourself, and I realized that sometimes you talk to yourself and you wouldn't talk to your friend like that. So if you wouldn't talk to your friend like that, why are you talking to yourself like that, you know? So
too. I
it
remember I
came
was
from
sitting,
that
like, on the
realization, and we
side.
started
I
talking to
remember.
each other. Actually, we were all friends even before that, yeah? So we started talking to each other, and we were like, you know, we shouldn't be talking to ourselves like that. You know, you should talk to yourself like a person who knows their worth, and we should spread that message to other women out there, yeah, because we are not the only ones who are going through this. Especially for our generation, we've grown up with social media and all these things,
And TV
And everything is nipped and tucked and sucked in and like lightened,
photoshopped
and sometimes
there's
photoshopped
no
to
cellulite
look lighter than you are,
Yeah.
or to look thinner than you are, to get rid of the cellulite, get rid of the stretch marks. There's no spots. Everything is perfection.
Perfection.
Now follow. Here, your turn. You know, and it can be overwhelming. Okay, so then you the two of you meet. You come up with the idea. At the time, it's called Uchi. Can you tell me why it was called Uchi actually?
we called it Uchi because the problem begins, where's the root of the problem? When you stand in front of the mirror and you're naked and you don't like how you look and you don't appreciate how you look. So we thought it would be a very quick, provoking word that would really go right into the conversation without having to, you know, for anyone who meets the platform or whatever would really be stricken by the fact that, okay, cool, these people
gonna work.
are Uchi. Why?
Yeah.
And the name
Yeah.
Uchi in Swahili means
I
naked.
think it's
Right.
So we wanted to tackle the problem from your naked self.
That's true.
Love your naked self, and then that's where self-love and everything
Right,
else comes.
stems from.
Yeah.
Okay, so then the two of you meet, you start Uchi, you get a couple more ladies, not actually a couple, it was
sounds
9 at the
Yeah.
time, 8 or 9?
7 more ladies, yeah.
Okay, we get 7 more ladies, so the 9 of you are you know, on this platform. And so what was that like?
Pause.
Pause.
We were 9. That's crazy. We were many.
I like that.
Yeah. To think that, like, you know, we're going to, like, nowhere. 5. Crazy.
Juice.
Yeah.
I like it.
What was the response like when you're coming out and talking about what your intention is?
Wow, at first, I remember when we posted our first set of pictures, and our first set of pictures, we talked about our insecurities. That's how we started, yeah. So we talked about what we don't like in our bodies. That's where we started from. So I remember on the first post, personally, I said how I don't like my arms, and I don't like my thighs, and like I was saying how I don't like all these things, and yeah, but now I'm embracing it, and I want to move on from a point of self-love. And the response was overwhelming. Our DMs were flooding with all these women who are like, you know, this is a common feeling. I also feel the same, and it's something that I don't think I'd want to carry this feeling with me all through my life. It's something that I'd want to change. So we started slowly, you know, posting our experiences and sharing the experiences from also these other women.
That's
and
right,
it became a community.
So many people reached out. We had to find a way to involve everyone and get everyone speaking and sharing and getting over their issues. So we started the features because so many women were DMing us and giving us their experiences, telling us how they haven't loved themselves since they were kids, how that has gotten in the way of their everyday work in school and at work, their productivity, because you don't really love yourself, so you're not really confident and all that.
And even in your love life, because you feel like you're not
Adequate.
you're not adequate or worthy of love and affection. And so on.
And that attitude, that, you know, it's like self-deprecation sort of transmits, and it will come out in every relationship, whether it's at work, in love life, children, even how you raise your kids. If you're not aware of where any kind of
I was about to tell you that. I was feeling like I was just like, wow.
Let me tell you, this conversation is just flowing. It's just bouncing, bouncing.
Oh my god.
I loved it so much.
Aye.
No, but yeah, you guys were so like articulate, bro, and informative. At that
self-doubt
age,
comes
like
from,
2 years
it will
ago.
come out in that.
There's-
Okay,
there's-
so then at some point, no, it's really deep, like, and you don't realize it, but it's like, it's
I mean,
really
I
deep.
agree with
So
you,
at
but
some
like,
point, you know, you then
honestly,
changed it
you're
to
like,
Uke,
you were
right?
not thinking
So why
you
did
did that
why the
through
name
our-
change, and
Yeah.
work, you know,
But it's
what's it been
getting
like
like
since?
Other than the love and everyone wanting to share their stories, we got a lot of criticism from some people saying, I think the name is a bit too provocative, it's not, people won't take you seriously. And so some of these comments are from people who are already working in the industry, and people who wanted to work with and collaborate with to get at least more representation even on TV or on print.
Yeah.
So we really took that seriously, and we went back to the drawing board, and we were like, okay, so cool. Is it really, really important to have that name, or is the message more important?
Okay.
So we switched.
Look at you.
Yeah. What are you guys? What did you think about? Like, what's your opinion on that? Like,
That's
name
okay.
change.
Oh, like all of us had the name because we were all talking about how it's going to affect if you're trying to collaborate with people and it's like Uchi and they find it so provocative. All of us, I think, were like, yeah, but we actually need to change it a bit.
You know, to be honest, I actually prefer Uke to some point, because I prefer Uke to Uchi, because Uke is a representation of all of us. You know, like, it's not just about like body positivity. It's about womanhood in general.
Yeah.
So I love the name Uke because we can talk about a lot of issues, you know, like from finance to like relationships to health, you know. So I definitely prefer Uke. Yeah.
Yeah, and I also agree. I like the fact that it was like broadening from this one issue to everything else.
Yeah. Yep.
Yes. But still,
The provocateur.
You know what?
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
makes me happiest?
I don't mind.
Like we did it together still. Like
Yeah.
we were Uchi, so like
We
agreed.
agreed.
We were like,
we
okay,
agreed
let's
Uchi was a perfect name.
Yeah.
And when Uke came, we all agreed.
Okay, yeah.
You know.
The
That's what
provocateur.
makes me the happiest.
Yeah, same. I also don't mind just being provocative to get my point across.
Yeah.
But then I think at some point it was just like,
Yeah, like,
"Eh, the society or the industry is working a bit against
it's
us."
achieved its
Yeah.
purpose.
And
Now
it's
let's move on.
achieved the purpose. It's
Yeah.
not like anyone will forget at it. Now they'll watch this and they'll be like, your name was Uchi. So
Say,
does it really ever
go away.
Literally today we had someone say UKE.
UK.
I think everyone has their own interpretation of our name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Jibambe. It's growing with us as we also grow into womanhood.
Right.
So the name Uke was actually very appropriate for us because we're really just figuring out womanhood.
Right.
Yeah.
As you go along.
Yeah.
What's been the most surprising thing about Uke and having started this community of women? What's been the most shocking, surprising thing?
Maybe that a lot of people don't understand that being unhealthy or being plus size is not about someone's lack of or not someone not being interested in their health or in their eating habits and such.
Right.
Because so many of us started out not even because of our own negligence, but because our parents didn't know these things, like how you're served your food, your portions. No one knows these things. They don't put thought into it, or they don't research about it. So by the time you're of age, you're already a particular way. Your body's already big. You probably didn't even participate in any sports because you were already too big for it. So
Pause. Yeah, what are you saying? Yeah, say what are you saying?
No, I was saying like they don't know because like they don't have access to, like, they're living in a time where it's like, let's, like, the information
Like you're eating to
isn't-
live.
Yeah. Okay, that's sounding so extreme. Oh my god, like you're eating to live, but like it's more like this is traditional food. This is how my folks cooked it. They learn a few recipes on the way. Like the information pool wasn't as wide as our information pool is.
That's yeah.
So it's like, yeah, a lot of things they were just like winging it.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying.
the fact that people would backlash because with people looking at us as people who didn't have initiative and people who didn't want to take care of themselves, I felt like that was really, really surprising, and it was really confusing that people actually really believe that.
Yeah, I guess it's like some level of ignorance and and
For me, the most surprising thing was that it's not just a plus size girl thing. You know, you'd think, for me, it was beyond me that someone who's skinny would hate themselves. I'm like, girl, why?
grass is always greener, huh? Grass is
it's
always
greener, you know.
Yeah.
And now when we started the community and some of the girls, even that we do this thing together with, they're not necessarily big, you know, but you realize that it's a journey that all women need to make. You need to stop picking at yourself and love yourself.
Yeah. Okay, so last question to you. What would you tell your teenage self, or the version of you at the point where you had the most self-doubt, whatever time that was for you? What would you like to go back and tell that girl?
I tell myself maybe to just go easy on myself, to be kinder to myself, and to start walking more often. Yeah.
Okay.
Pause.
Yeah.
Tasha, then we're coming to you, Steph. Now, what would you tell your younger self?
Tell my younger self.
Mm-hmm. Because this was 2 years ago.
I'd say, look how fun life is. Nabo. But honestly, yeah.
But honestly, yeah, it's true. Look how fun life is.
Live life.
Yeah.
This life is for living.
Fact.
Out here living life.
I'm just
I
saying,
am
living
living
life.
life.
You should make that trail
Out here living
today.
life.
But we have nowhere to go.
But you can't. Yeah, that's the thing.
I love that. Be patient with yourself. Yeah, you don't wake up tomorrow and you're skinny. You need to be patient with yourself, and you also need to talk to yourself like you talk to your friend, because I think I'm very kind to. I'd like to believe that I'm kind to my friends.
Yeah.
So be kind with yourself too.
Pause.
Pregnant pause.
I feel like this is a very important conversation. Yeah, because I feel like it's true. You're very kind to your friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. You're very kind to your
Steph
friends.
is a sweetheart, and I think I keep
Yeah.
on saying that Steph is a sweetheart.
Mm. So I hope you love yourself like that.
I do.
Yeah.
So what would you say to yourself?
To your younger self.
What did I say to my younger self?
What would you say to yourself?
2 years
Like,
ago.
yeah, the one that's watching this. The one
That
that
was
was
the
there.
question?
Yeah.
Okay,
Which
but
one
that's
did
into
you
your
say?
younger self.
Yeah.
What did I say to my younger self? Never stop learning, never stop growing. You are infinite. So,
You are infinite.
Never stop learning, never stop growing. I
you
like
are,
that.
And you are infinite.
And you're infinite. I love that. I love it.
What about you, guys?
Yes, thank you so much.
Good job.
Let's go.
Studio audience, they are on a roll. Hey!
Val, you go first.
That's such a hard question. What I tell myself is don't be too hard on yourself. Live life and really take care of yourself mentally, spiritually, and and you come first. That's what I tell myself. Meaning, like, I come first.
Definitely.
And let's remember, you come first. It's true, you come first.
That's what she said.
What should I tell my younger self? I'd tell my younger self, love yourself more. But that I know it's so cliche, but love yourself more in the sense that you're actually practicing it. So, like, if you don't like a situation, change it. You can always change. If you can't change it, change it. You don't have to stay there. You don't have to stay in the same position. You can always evolve. Yeah, never stop evolving. Never stop evolving. Yeah, I think that's what I tell my younger. Yeah.
You've said something that reminded me of something I said in another video we did. That don't be mad about something you can change within yourself. Like, don't be so hard on yourself over something that you can change in yourself.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I feel
That
like,
was so good.
can we just talk about how starstruck I was?
Yeah.
But then let me tell you, you guys were very shy in the beginning. Like you looked like very like.
Yeah, I look green.
No. Okay. Yeah. You guys look like, but then as the video goes, you can tell that you guys were like
Became
getting
more comfortable.
and you were really passionate about what you're talking about, and I loved it.
Even us made it easier for you guys
To be more
Yeah, to be more
comfortable.
comfortable.
She really
sure.
did. And
She's so, as in,
she's the best.
She's the best. She's such a sweetheart.
she's so kind. She bought us breakfast afterwards.
Oh my God,
was nice. Yeah.
That was MTV, babe. Remember?
Yeah.
Okay, MTV. Okay. Sorry. Thank you, MTV. Thank you, MTV, for that breakfast. Sharon, you're carrying it all.
Yeah.
Stuff is
Yeah.
like I don't care. It's Sharon's in the kitchen. It's
Oh my God,
Sharon's meal.
guys! Sharon body breakfast.
Yeah. She did.
But I was awestruck. She's not like, for me it was like you're beautiful
Yeah.
inside and out, because I
Yeah.
found her beautiful in my instincts.
She was.
Oh my god. And also like
Yeah, you guys, do you remember us meeting Jay Candy?
Joy Candy. I think that's. I even wanted to mention it. I think the person you were most starstruck by was Joy
Yeah,
Candy.
Joy.
Because when you saw her, you were like, wow.
wow.
But she was so beautiful.
Guys,
what
she
you
is
we were able to find out what you thought. 'Cause
Yeah.
I was definitely thinking the same thing. I was just thinking, wow, she's perfect. I was just thinking, wow, like you have body issues. Crazy.
Right? Like, cause you're
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah. perfect.
We were so gobsmacked we couldn't even talk to. Like, I
couldn't even
yeah,
say hi.
were like 3 fun girls who just like shoo. You know that runway thing?
Yeah,
We
we
followed
would.
her. She's we're like, oh, okay.
Hata tunaweza club tulikuwa tu tumezuba. Like we just like,
And then the stylist followed behind up on her.
and it's
Yeah.
brand babu.
Oh,
It was just like
It was great.
Yeah, that was a good day.
That was a good day. Good day.
Yeah.
March 2019 was like the best.
Yeah, much
the best.
hard, like so many, and I think we were for any of
2019
them.
was a
What?
2019 was like
Yeah.
one of my best years.
Where
We
it
did
No,
so
that's what
much.
was, oh my gosh.
That's what was
I
going
love-
on.
I had the
Hard
most fun in
cards,
2019.
yeah, it was a really hard.
I was the happiest in 2019, to be honest. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching our video once more. Can you see how young Steph and Tasha are? Look at that. Look at us now.
So we're still young.
We're still youngins, but then so much has changed. I think within 2 years, I think so much may change within like the 2 years. So yeah, thank you for watching, and you can find this on the NTV page. Just search Founded Uchi. Search what? Living with us.
We'll link
it. Yeah, we'll link it. We'll link this interview. So bye guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.